What's up, guys? It's Captain John Brown here from Inshore Addiction, and it is Wednesday, hump day. Sun's fixing to go down. It's about 5:20. I just got the boat cleaned up yesterday, so I'm fixing to cover it up. I thought I'd shoot you guys a video on what I use to clean this puppy because I do keep it very clean. It's got Seadek, so the person that I bought it from had put Seadek on it prior to. I do think it's a great product. It is definitely more comfortable to fish out of, especially on long days, because it gives you some padding, especially if you have the helm pad like I do. And it does keep the boat overall cleaner, but there is some maintenance required to do it. Stuff sticks to it very easily. So the first tip I can give you is to clean it immediately when you get like fish blood or fish poop. If you're out there fishing and you start tearing them up, naturally the boat's going to get pretty dirty pretty fast. So get what you can while you're fishing. Sometimes I get a little excited when I'm tearing them up, so I don't always do that. But I'll go over how I maintenance the boat when I get it home. Of course, as soon as you pull it out of the water, you're going to want to be flushing the motor, whether you do it with earmuffs. I like this Yamaha motor because it's got a flush port on the side, so I utilize that immediately before I even come home. I usually bring the boat home before I clean it because sometimes we get into rainstorms or whatever. So I've cleaned it before and then got into nasty weather coming home from the Gulf Coast here to Claremont, and the boat's already dirty again, right? So, but I've owned this boat for a year, so I've been trying to figure out the fastest, easiest way to clean this Seadek and the outside of the hull, as well as maintain the other things like stainless steel, my screen over here for the Simrad, things of that nature. So what I've found to be the best for me and the fastest and easiest, okay? There's like 3 or 4 approved cleaners for Seadek. One of them is soft scrub. The other one is this, I don't have it here, but it's toilet bowl cleaner from Lysol. It's got a little bit of bleach in it. It's like a gel, right? The soft scrub works great, but it's white. So what you're gonna wanna do with either of these products is basically, I mix a little bit of the Starbright hull cleaner and some of the Lysol toilet bowl cleaner gel in a Chemical Guys 1.5 liter spray system. This is like a pump system, and I coat the deck, right? The whole thing. If I have any really nasty spots that are in there, the main thing that the Seadek, it gets like scuffs from your shoes and body oils from your feet get into the deck because it's porous, right? So you'll get little black marks and stuff like that, footprints and things like that. It drives me nuts, right? So I like to keep it clean. And if you can get that, you coat the deck, right? And coat your front. Use like a sure hold brush, okay? To just scrub it around, back, forth, circles, get it spread evenly, right? Let it sit for a little bit. That mixture will be about 30% water, 30% simple green. I use this because this is way less expensive. This is like $10, $15 a bottle. This Starbright hull cleaner stuff I primarily use for the hull, and I'll take you through how I do that as well. This is fantastic. This is about 70 bucks, a bottle. So I use this to dilute that, and then I use the Lysol toilet bowl cleaner or the soft scrub as an additive in here, and then I just mix the rest in water. But it's usually about 1/3, 3 or 4 ounces of the toilet bowl cleaner or the soft scrub, and the rest is water. Pump it up, coat the whole deck. If you have a certain area like that's got a really bad spot on, I would agitate it with like a small brush, all directions, right, left, up, down. If you're trying to do like a really deep cleaning, the next step is to get you one of these little drill attachments from Amazon. And don't set this on a super duper high speed because you don't want to create heat. But let that sit all over the deck after you can get it spread around well, where it can sit there with the bleach and the cleaners and kind of work its way in. And then use this. Work this around in just small areas. Like my lines go this way in the boat, so I'll work back and forth, right? I'll work it in forward and reverse, so right and left. And that'll do a really, really good job if you're trying to do a deep clean, like somebody that would only clean their Seadek thoroughly like once every 3-4 months, or maybe once a year. I don't do that. I clean it all the time, and I can avoid using this and putting extra, brushes and stuff that might agitate the finish, or, get the stuff maybe where it starts to peel up or whatever. I want to avoid that. So if you'll coat it with that mixture that I talked to you about, and then go down and get a pressure washer around 2,500 PSI, and don't pay attention to the little head attachments that they give you, because they usually give you 4. I use a Greenworks electric pressure washer. It's a maximum of 2,500 PSI. I use the 3rd head, not the 4th, so it's a little bit wider angle, and I can start at the end up here at the front of the boat and just work my way back. And if I let that chemical sit on there for 5 or 6 minutes and just work my way back through the boat, pressure washing everything, washing all the soap, all the gel and everything off completely. That's the only thing I don't like about the soft scrub, is it's white, and a lot of times I've cleaned it and then spraying it down with a normal water hose, you go to wet it again, there's still soft scrub stuff on the Seadek. You start getting suds all over again, right? So that works very, very good with the pressure washer system. You can use that on the outside of the boat, and as long as you don't get too close and go too heavy on the PSI, you won't disturb your Seadek, okay? You won't mess it up, right? But it does a really good job of getting everything super duper clean. For stainless steel, I use Neverdull. This is something that I do periodically around the rub rails and on areas like this, just to get minor corrosion and little spots out of the metal. It won't pit the metal or tear off any of the major finishes where it's gonna rust faster afterwards, and it puts a protective coating on it. This is like a rub on in one spot, small spot, for a good amount of time, and wipe off with a clean rag, and it puts a nice shine on it too as well. I also use Starbright. I'm a big fan of Starbright. All their products are really good. This is instant rust remover. I've got a couple of lights up here where the bolts that go through the actual bow of the boat aren't stainless, and they tend to every now and then put a little rust staining on the deck of the boat. Spray a little bit of this right on your products that have rust where they meet fiberglass. Just wait a few minutes, gone. Fantastic product. It's called Starbright Rust Stain Remover. Good stuff. Next one I'll show you is boat juice. This is really good stuff, man. This smells like pina colada, and this is a ceramic detailer, so I use this on the outside of the boat. After I'm done cleaning it and washing it, if I just let it sit, I'd have water spots and where the cleaners are running down the side of the boat and stuff like that. So I go back after, I wipe it with a microfiber cloth to get that smoothed out, or I just have the normal finish with no water spots. This is just a wipe on, wipe off cleaner. I can go around this 22-foot boat in less than 10-12 minutes, and it'll put a nice little coating on it. It'll make it shine a little bit, put a little protection against it for the next time I take it out, and it works great. It's about 20 bucks a bottle for this. I've had this for almost a year. It's probably about that full still. I use it all the time. If you got mold spots on your upholstery and stuff like that, this is by far the best that you could get. This is called Marine 31, and I researched this online as well. I had some mold spots back there on my seating. I tried everything. I tried scrubbing it with the drill, WD-40 and a magic eraser, bleach, Lysol, soft scrub, and none of it would get it out. This got it out without almost any elbow grease whatsoever. It's just, this stuff is, everybody brags about it on the internet. It's not a joke. It's good stuff. And I use this on the hull as well, the Starbright Instant Hull Cleaner. When I pull my boat out of the water coming off the Gulf Coast in Homosassa, it's been sitting from Friday to Sunday afternoon in the water, and it's got all the tannins and everything from the water that discolor the hull and make it, the camel-y brown color, whatever the case. I go through with Simple Green, Starbright Hull Cleaner, a little bit of Dawn or any kind of soap, car wash soap, but Dawn works great and it's cheap. Fill the rest up with water, spray the entire hull, especially the bottom part on the bottom where it's white, right, and the undercarriage of the hull. Wait 6-8 minutes, right? And most of the time you can just rinse it off. But the pressure washer works great under there too, to get everything that gets stuck, from when you're running on a plane. You get kind of a water line when you're on a plane, and you get a water line off plane when the boat just sits. and that works great as well. So yeah, just thought I'd give you guys that information and shoot this video this afternoon before I cover her up. She's going to be covered up till about December 21st or 2nd. Got family stuff going on this weekend, so not going to be able to fish. Major bummer, but it'll be all right. I'll get back on the water soon enough. Hope it helps. If you like everything, like and subscribe. There'll be more to come. Next time I shoot a video, we'll be talking about fishing though. We smoked them last Sunday. And we were down there on a warming trend. We got a cold front coming through again now. A couple days through in the middle of the week, we're gonna have a cooling trend, but the weather was warming on Saturday and held warm into Sunday. Fish pushed out, and Jessica and we pretty much smoked them. Didn't catch anything really massive, and eventually the rain was coming and the wind was high and she wanted to get out of there, but I haven't posted that video yet, but there's some pretty decent footage on that one. If the footage ain't decent, she was the cameraman, so you can blame her. You can tell her about it in the comments. But like and subscribe for more, and we'll see you guys soon. Until then, tight lines.